I know what you're thinking. And no, I'm not related to him. My family and I don't know Senor Pablo personally, so no. Anyway, um, this is the part of my life which I'm not really proud of, but I'm gonna tell you the story anyway. So it was in 1997. I was in college and I have these high school friends, and then they have these college friends because I went to a different school at that time. And so, we had this group, and initially, we were just talking about, the usual stuff about boys, makeup, parties, clubbing. And then one day, I discovered that they're doing it. And I'm actually weird. A normal person would avoid these types of people. But I actually chose to stay in that circle of friends. And as days passed by, I got really curious because when they are doing it, there's something about their behavior that's changing, and they become these lovable creatures, like they loved everyone around them. But the downside of it is that you're not gonna be able to sleep for 3 days. You don't have the appetite to eat at all. But once you get sober, you're just gonna be really grumpy. You just wanted to sleep, you wanted to eat. And one day, one of my friends said, "You wanna try it?" And that fateful day, I tried it, and I became addicted to it. I think I was kind of hooked for almost a year. And um, and then there was this one night that I was really craving for it, but I don't have the money to buy the thing. And my mom has this small cabinet. It has her, jewelries, perfumes, bags, her money, all her valuables are in that cabinet. And it's usually locked every time, but that one night it was actually open. So I opened the door of that cabinet, and I saw my mom's wallet. It has money, and there's something whispering to me, get the money. Just buy the drugs that you want, you're craving. Get the money. And I was about to get the money because I was really craving. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is not the kind of person that I want to become. This is stupid. I'm not gonna do this to my mom. If I do this now, what else are the other things that I'm capable of doing off? What, physically or emotionally hurt my mom? I can't. I can't do that to all the people in the world, not to my mom, no. And I began to pray to God. I told him that I don't want to do something that's against my values, and I don't want to do anything. I mean, I don't want to go back to that old habit because there were a lot of times during that 1 year period that I really tried to quit, but I just couldn't. I always give in to that temptation, and I guess that was a wake up call for me. So I told God that He has to help me. And so I slept that night, and the next day, I told my mom that if someone's gonna call me, there's no internet during that time, there's just landline. So I told her that she just have to make up an excuse because I'm not talking to anyone. And she said, not even from your boyfriend. And I said, okay, he's an exception. I'm gonna talk to him. And so I was actually on my way to school that day. While I was riding in the bus, I was thinking, I don't wanna go back to my friend's house or to the slum areas where we usually buy the drugs that that we want. And I'm thinking I gotta be really busy with school activities, and therefore I joined a lot of activities in school to keep me really busy so that I wouldn't have the energy to go somewhere else, but I just have to go home and rest. And so there was this time that my brother even told me, why do you have a lot of activities in school? You should just be focusing on your academics. You don't even have the time to help out in the chores anymore. And of course, I didn't respond. And so that was actually my wake up call. And I'm just so thankful for that day. And, the things that I've learned during that 1 year period, I've learned about people. I've learned about the people who lived in the slum areas. Unlike in the movies, they're not like really totally bad people. And the people that I've encountered, most of them, they're really kind-hearted. And if we hang out in their homes, they usually feed me and my friend. Let's call my friend B. So they feed us, and they didn't take advantage of us because we're girls. And but I have learned about their thought process and mindset. For them, the easiest way to make money is to sell drugs. That's it. Some of them, they blame poverty, or they blame their parents or their status in life, and so that's the path that they chose for their lives. And the other thing that I've learned about people is about true friends, because B told me that my friends actually told their parents that I was the one who influenced them to do drugs. And I know the truth. The truth is, I was the last person who did it, and I was the first one to quit. Because when B learned that I'm not showing up anymore, she decided to quit as well for good. And I said, I don't have any plans to go to their homes anyway, because fair weather friends really exist. They're just there when you're having fun, but in times of trouble, you can't really depend on them. And so I'm not here to tell you to quit or anything like that, because first of all, that's your life. And second, we all have our reasons why we're doing it or why we did it. For me, I did it because I was the outcast in my family, and when I'm with those friends, I had the attention, not in an egoistic way, but they laugh at my jokes, they listen to my stories. When they have a family problem, they get my advice. So I just felt that I was important to them. Yeah, so I'm not really here to tell you to quit. But I do have a question though. If you're still doing it or you're doing drugs, are you really happy with the kind of person that you're becoming? Maybe you want to ponder on that.